the settings on your device, select Bluetooth, then turn this on. It finds it, you select it, and you're good to go. And then all the sound will come out of the headband instead of out of your phone. So now imagine it's nighttime and you want to listen to some ASMR. You don't want the feeling of those, earbuds in your ears. And you don't want to worry about them me know if you have an opinion on any of these, by the way. Milk does not build strong bones. I don't think that could be an opinion. I think there's probably like an actual answer to that. And so I don't think that should even be here. Crushed avocados should not be eaten in public. Disagree. I love crushed avocados or whole avocados, guacamole, whatever. Why can't you eat it in public? What is the problem with that? I mean, I guess if you hate it, you don't want to see it, but then you could say that about lots of things, right? I could say, don't eat mayonnaise in public because I don't like it and I don't want to see it. I don't know. You gotta mind your business sometimes. Job searching can be fun. Well, to some extent, when you're sitting at home just reading ads and just dreaming about it, like, oh, that sounds like a nice job. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? So there's a little bit of fun factor. But in truth, when you're pounding the pavement looking for a job that is not fun, is worse than working. Like, seriously. Going to job interviews is worse than working. Different brands of water do not all taste the same. I agree with that because the water comes from different wells, different taps, and they have like maybe different minerals or exposure to different things. So yeah, they don't all taste the same. Personally, I like my water to taste like absolutely nothing. Any tastes in it, and I'm probably not going to be liking it very much. Okay. Alcohol changes your actions, not your intentions. Let's think about that. So it changes what you would do, but not what you want to do. Like, for example, so they're just getting the word of mouth thing, and they're just believing it, you know. It's not like they're being offered, here's the truth, or here's word of mouth, you know. It's like, but if they hear something from, you know, Facebook, they'll just be like, oh my gosh, like, it's definitely true. Like, they don't even question it, you know, it's definitely true. And, you know, it can be very damaging to people. I have seen, like, you know, rumors go around on social media about local people, and, you know, it's just not right. But yeah, people are willing to believe a lot of things that they see on the internet. And they, you know, like, on Twitter, you'll have people come on there complaining, like, somebody did me wrong, blah, 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 da, da, da. And, like, hundreds of people will respond to them, not knowing the other side of the story, not even knowing this person hardly at all, and yet they'll be like, oh, you deserve better, oh, they're lost, blah, 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 blah. Like, millions of comments, not millions, lots of comments. And I'm like, you don't even know what happened. Like, maybe this person, the one who's tweeting, maybe it's their fault, you know, maybe they're the bad one. Like, how do you know? You know, maybe they're not, maybe, you know, maybe they're both at fault, but people are just very quick to believe what they hear. Okay, where was I? Okay. I'll spell this BOOBS. Being sexualized is not a social construct. Maybe it is. It could be a social construct. I'm kind of curious about that now. Like, they're not there for sex. They're there for, like, feeding babies. So, like, what did make them sexualized? I honestly don't know. I'll have to do some research. And why do men have them at all? People pay too much attention to other people's business. Yeah, a lot of us are very guilty of that. Getting presents is more stressful than it's worth. Like, what is stressful about getting a present? Seriously. What is stressful about it? Unless it makes you feel bad that they spent too much or you didn't give them something good. Or you need to return it because it doesn't fit. Okay. People claim that they hate online bullying, yet they are doing it themselves. Yes, that is the most true thing I have seen. I don't even want to get into it. I do not want to get into it. I do want to get into it, but I won't. Because I have seen it with my own eyes. Someone being like, this person, they're a bully. But guess who's the biggest bully? The person saying that that person is a bully. Okay. Anything is better than going to the gym. Wrong. I would rather go to the gym than the dentist, the doctor, than go for a really long drive across the country. Lots of things are worse than the gym. Lots of things. Wearing designer just a new relationship.